wear my heart out on my sleeve. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Hey, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Just stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate.
Well, we've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Voyagers and the Washington football team. Takes this about 5 yards deep. First down, Fisher, and he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 37.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. On 1st and 10, Fisher. He'll find Aguara complete. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Off play action. Fisher. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run the counter. It's Palmer. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
For Josiah DeGuara, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. There on the coverage. Off the play fake, Fisher. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Prescott fires one out wide, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now this throw caught left side, and they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on second and long. Prescott going to throw deep for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
At the 21-yard line.
From the gun, Fisher. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be out right at the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
To throw on second down, Fisher. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 26. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Josiah DeGuara, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Throwing again on second and 10. Fisher. That's complete to Mooney. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
This has been a nice sustained drive, and after a run like that, I'd be surprised if they don't come back with even more running plays.
The carry here for the big tight end. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And it's good to make it 7-0.
Makes the score Voyagers 7. Washington, nothing.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
5-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he'll give it here to his running back. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
It's now 3rd and 19.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, Prescott. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Fisher. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fisher. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
receiver. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. For 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off play action. Fisher. And he finds a man with a crossing route. 18th touchdown of the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
At the 49-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Flushed out right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action now, Prescott. And this is caught at the 8. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now a give right side. It's Palmer. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Mike 55, Mike 55.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd.
Final play of the half. Prescott steps away to his left. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because...
And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run the counter. Palmer. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Prescott from the gun. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Gets around him. The left side completion to Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's a pickup.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
At the 9-yard line.
Off the play fake. Fisher. Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at his own 10, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Butker on for the point after.
That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing after the interception. Fisher. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down, Houston.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Off play action. Fisher. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Palmer, and he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now, there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
On third down, it's Prescott. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Washington. Odell Beckham, his 11th touchdown of the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. 20. 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 87 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Second and inches.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Palmer. Space to maneuver at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Up second and a yard at the 48-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra point still to come. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this 3rd quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then like a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. Darnell Mooney. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
23 yards, the final tally. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Number 38, the ball carrier. Darnell Savage on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
21.
Prescott now from the 50. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On 2nd down now. It's Palmer. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Palmer. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And hang on here, Palmer's shaken up. Their captain still down on the ground. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Prescott to throw this time. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And incomplete. It's now 4th down and goal.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Rolling to his right. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Will Dissly, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington has once again taken the lead.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3.
Voyagers 26.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Tackle made by Chase Young. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Off the play fake. Fisher. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Incomplete. It's third down.
An important play right here. 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw on 3rd down. Fisher. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
It's 4th down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And taken right at the 35. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
At their own 38-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Slings this deep for McLaurin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down.
That was a nice job defensively. You could almost see him going through the coaching points. Adjust, find the football, knock it away. Well executed.
Washington on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Prescott off play action. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Washington.
15 yards the pickup. 1st down Washington.
10 at the 44-yard line.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Palmer. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
sack.
Kenny Clark has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Prescott to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
He'll look to throw. He'll find Aguara complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a third down gain of 10 to pick up the first.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understanding where they are on the field?
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Back to throw. But it's caught on the right side of Smith. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Off play action. Fisher. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Off the play fake. Fisher. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. They'll run on first down. Palmer. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So a victory here for the Washington football team. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Washington, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town.